Yes, ladies and gentlemen, episode 27 of Pokemon Horizons titled As Long As I'm With My Friends just dropped, and our heroes head to the wild area to get information on Rayquaza, only to find out there isn't any. So how do they spend the rest of their time there? Let's find out. This episode is more character focused than plot focused. The episode focuses on the characters of Liko and Dot. Liko thinks about people's feelings a lot, but as Molly tells her, that also causes her to not do anything about things because she's thinking too much. Sometimes she needs to be more reckless. When our heroes land by the wild area to find the person that Dot found about getting information on her Rayquaza, she comes outside, which is unusual for her. However, it turns out the information that she got was false. We later come to find out that it's more misinformation attacks from the explorers to slow down our heroes. And here's where we come to learn a bit more about Dot. Dot, unlike everyone else, is always holed up in her room. Why is that? We come to find out that Dot is trying to help everyone and not be a burden. She's really upset at herself because last time she put Liko in danger with her information that she got that was incorrect. She doesn't feel like she's helped the team, so she's going back up to the ship. However, taking Molly's advice from earlier, Liko stops her. Dot's emotions from earlier cause Hatena to run to a nearby lake, and when they get there, they come across the Dreadnought before coming across the ingredient merchant that allows them to make a bunch of ingredients to make food. When they talk about making curry and Dot says that she's never had curry, both Liko and Roy decide that they're going to make curry here in the wild area because it's wild that Dot has never had it before. The rest of the wild area time is spent on our heroes finding ingredients and making the curry. They even go through the process of making curry similar to the game. Gather the ingredients, include the berries, make sure that it's properly heated, stir it up properly, and finally give it your heart. Dot is embarrassed to do the final portion there, but she eventually relents. After the curry's made, everyone, including the people from the ship who didn't come down earlier, come down to enjoy the meal, and everyone seems to enjoy it, including Dot. She says that before she only used to eat to fulfill her nutritional obligations, but now she's realizing how enjoyable it can be to eat with other people. And because of that, she says that she's worried that she doesn't know as much as she thinks she does. However, Liko reassures her that not everyone knows everything. In fact, that's what they're doing by going on this adventure. Learning. After everyone's eaten and wrapped up, ready to get back to the ship, Dot asks Liko why she was pushing herself so much today, and Liko explains to her that she didn't want Dot to go back and be holed up in the ship after being incorrect with her information. Instead, she wanted to give her a positive memory and enjoy the wild area. Dot thanks her and says that she's just trying to be more helpful to everyone. Liko reminds her that she does plenty of things to help people already, like make sure the ship works, and makes videos about teaching people the basics of Pokemon when she's near a thing, and so much more. Dot says that she's glad she got to talk to Liko today, and hopefully she gets to talk to her more in the future. Meanwhile, somewhere else in the world, the explorers are all getting together to discuss their next plan. Ametheo comes up with the idea that the reason Galarian Moltres and Arboliva reappeared isn't because of Terapgos. Instead, it's because of shiny Rayquaza. So for now, they're not going to go after Terapgos. They're just going to keep an eye out on it. Instead, they're going to start going after the Rayquaza. Back in the ship, everyone except Dot is by the dining room trying to come up with their next plans. Since it's going to take Dot a little bit more time to sift through the information again because of the disinformation campaign started by Spinel, Roy wants to go out and ask people about the ancient Pokeball instead, and Diana knows a person who might know something because he runs an antique store. So the decision is made, and that's where our heroes are heading next, as this is the end of the episode. So not a major plot-focused episode, more of a character-focused episode like I said. The character of Dot is now more comfortable with the outside world, and Liko continues to try to be helpful to everyone in their emotions. It wasn't a crazy amount of growth, but it was still a small evolution for the Dot character, I think. The only major plot here that advances is that it seems the explorers will now be going after Rayquaza, which makes her a bit more of an interesting angle. It's easy to create a story where the bad guys are just chasing our heroes the whole time. Heck, Team Rocket did it for 20 years. Instead of going after what our heroes have, they're going to go after what our heroes are also going after. And that creates a dynamic where they aren't going to come across each other due to the villains going after our heroes, but instead they're going to come across each other when they cross the same paths as our heroes, as they're both looking for the same thing, shiny Rayquaza. And that's an interesting narrative twist. It'll be interesting to see how they take it. But what about you guys? Do you find this change in villain motives interesting? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at PdGaming, and that's it. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.